Hi everyone, it's Monica and welcome back to my channel. Well, today I want to show you how to use some of your stamps to create stickers and ephemera. Tim came out with a new stamp called Field Notes, and it is perfect for some of your junk journals and journaling, but it's also great to create stickers as well as pieces of ephemera. Now, Tim always comes out with his ephemera pieces, and they are so fun to add to our journals. They kind of look like this, you know, and he creates them, but I want to show you how you can create your own pieces of ephemera to add to your junk journals, as well as some stickers. Now, what's really great about this set is you can create these ahead of time. A lot of times, you know, before you actually start creating a project, it's nice to have some of your pieces already put together. So that's what we're going to be working on today. And then after, at the end of the video, I'm going to go ahead and share with you something else that I've been working on. Now, I went ahead and I grabbed a few more sets that are perfect for stickers and pieces of ephemera. And this is the label frame set. And in this set, you actually get a couple of frames already. And these come where they can pop out and then you put them right back in. But I wanted to see if some of my other label frames would work on some of my other sets, so I pulled those out. Another set that he introduced this year is your tiny text. So these would also be great for your journals. So I went ahead and I pulled that one out as well. And then mail art. Mail art has some great statements that will also work great for journals as well as stickers and ephemera pieces. So let's go ahead and get started here. So the first thing, of course, is you can use these stamps to stamp right into your journals. And I've been working on this travel journal here using some of the pieces from the correspondence. And while this isn't necessarily a travel journal per se, it has some great images that would work great for a travel journal. So you've seen me put these together before. These are where I'm using the elastic so that way I can pull my pieces out. And the reason I do this is because when I'm putting the journal together, I know I want to go back and decorate it, and you guys might do the same. So that's why I did it like this versus just sewing them in. So let's go ahead and I'll show you how easy it is. Once you get your journal put together, you can just kind of slip out the piece of paper that you want to stamp on. And you don't even necessarily have to use a stamping platform if you don't want to, but I'm going to go ahead and pull it out so that way I can make sure I get a nice straight image. And then I want to show you how easy it is to go ahead and decorate some of your journals using some of these stamps. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start with the Field Notes because this is my newest stamp set and I'm really excited about it. And you can go as detailed or as simple as you want. I mean, you can just simply put a destination label on the top here. You can just put a number. You can maybe add a little sentiment. You can add a field label. There's a lot of things that you can do with this set. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the identification check because I'm looking for a thinner stamp. I could even use this number stamp. That's actually a pretty good one. So let's pull that out as well, because I want to go ahead and try to get it exactly on the line. So I'm going to add this to the top. Let's see if we can get it exactly on. And that'll go right there. And this will just be the label for the form. All right, so I've got that down, and there's a couple colors that work really great. The dark chocolate from scrapbook.com is a real good one for your vintage type of stamping, but then your vintage photo works just as well. This is going to be darker, of course, and this will be lighter, but we'll go ahead and we'll use both so I can show you the differences. All right, so once you have your stamp in place, and I'm going to go ahead and just add some of this dark chocolate. And these stamps are from Stampers Anonymous, which is the deep etch stamps. So they stamp really nice and crisp. And as you can see, it's just a perfect stamp. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to my corner. And then I'm going to also add this right here. So the stamps that you're going to get are different sizes. So like I said, you can go from really thin, like I'm going here, to some of the bigger types of stamps, and it stamps perfectly. I'm so pleased with this stamp set, and I was really excited to get my hands on it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and add one more decorative piece here, and I'm going to use, let's see here, there's so many great choices. I'm going to go ahead and use this specimen stamp. And when you're stamping, you don't necessarily have to have it, you know, lined up exactly. I did for the words, but this one I'm going to actually do a little off center. Actually, I think I'll do it on this side. And on this one, I'm going to go ahead and use the vintage photo so you can see the difference in the stamping color. Now, if you are stamping with distress ink, I would recommend using the Oxides versus just the ink, because the Oxides have the combination ink and it will stamp a little bit crisper. So as you can see, it's a little bit lighter, but it's a great crisp image and it works really nicely. So then when you're happy with your page, what's nice about these types of journals is you can just put it right back in your book. And this is going to go right here. And of course this book isn't finished yet, but I wanted to go ahead and show you how easy it is to create your journal and just have your pages come out, and you can add pieces of stamp images or ephemera. Here I created the condemned, and I have a little card that I stuck in here. And then I also created on this book just a little envelope where I have labels that you can stamp on, and I want to show you how we can create some of these as well in just a minute. But it's a really great stamp set for your journals, and like I said, there's so many things that you can do with it. So the next thing I wanted to show you is how easy it is to create your own ephemera pieces, as well as some of your stickers. So when you're creating ephemera pieces, there's a lot of ways you can go. Of course, you can stamp right onto scrapbook paper, and this set is great because it has some of the smaller squares where you can just stamp right on. So we're going to use this to create some pieces. But then you can also use cereal board. So if you wanted a little bit thicker than cardstock, this is a great backside, and you can create, I would recommend stickers, unless you're going to actually, you know, cover it with cardstock. But I like this color, so I'm going to just add some double-sided tape and create some stickers off of this, and it creates really nice thick ephemera pieces. And then of course the other thing you can use is just sticker sheets that may be already pre-cut, or ones that you can cut out with some of your stamps, or your punches I should say. And I have several different shapes for my punches, so I'm able to stamp some of the images and then just punch them right out. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's first start with some of our stickers. So for the stickers, I'm going to go ahead and grab this set here, because these are a little bit bigger, and I think that they will fit nicely onto my pre-cut stickers. And these are simply return label sheets that are pre-cut. So as you can see, they just peel right off. So let's go ahead and see if we can create some stickers here. Now, because this sheet is a little bit bigger than my stamping platform, I'm going to go ahead and cut it down. And I think if you go probably right in half, you would be fine. And then as you can see, it just fits perfectly once you cut it in half. So I'm going to go ahead and see if we can actually do a couple of, you know, several stickers at the same time here. All right, so I'm going to do a notice, and let's see what else do we have here that we can use. Let's see. And let's do, actually, so many of these would work on a label sheet. It's perfect. Let's see, we'll do, I'm going to see how many I can actually get here. So I got that one, and then I've got duplicate. I've got original, or excuse me, that's urgent. And then I've got fragile. All right. So here's several that I got here, and then I'm going to go ahead and just add my ink to these, and we'll see what it looks like. All right, so I'm going to use the, actually I'm going to use red for these. Let's see if I can find my red. So we'll do do red for these here, and then we'll do, well, let's do the red first. All right, so I've got it all inked up, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp down, and as you can see, this one's going to have red all on the outside because of the way the stamp was created. So you may have to stamp that one a couple times just to get a nice dark background. But using the stamp platform, it's very easy. You just keep adding your ink till you're happy with the amount of ink that you have on the background. And remember, when you are creating these, maybe you don't want them to be really perfect because you are creating labels that look old. So maybe you don't want it to be, you know, exactly perfect. All right. So there's the red, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the brown now. And again, it's just a matter of adding your ink and pushing it down. And even though that came up towards the edge, when you pull the sticker off, you're going to be fine. So let's add a little bit more ink to this one. And then I think we'll be good to go. All right. Perfect. Okay, so as you can see, now we have a sticker sheet that has some of these old labels, and then when you're ready to use them, you can just, you know, pull this right off. You can trim it down if you wanted to, but you're pretty much ready to go. All right, so once you have your stickers on your labels that are, you know, pre-cut, just a matter of filing them away until you're ready to use them. But let's say that you don't have those and you want to actually use some punches, and this is where these sheets come into place. So if you have some of these bigger sheets, you can easily, you know, just fold it in half and it will fit right into your platform. But then you're going to probably want to make sure you put down your magnets so that way it stays in place. Now for this, we're going to go ahead and use some of the new stamps in the field notes set, and this is because it has some of those different shaped ones that we'll be able to punch out. So you have a, let's see here, we have a circle here, so we can use our circle punch on this, and then we have, let's see, we have some square ones as well. Now I'll go ahead and use this one here. And let's see, what else do we have that we could use? This might be a good square. We'll go ahead and give this one a try as well. All right, so let's go ahead and try these. And again, we're working on a sticker sheet, so I'm just going to lay down my stamps, and then we'll go ahead and we'll stamp them, and then we'll punch them out with some punches. Now, if you don't have any punches, it's not a big deal. You can easily just cut them out by hand. But it's always nice if you have some punches, because then it goes really quickly, and then you don't have to worry about your images being straight or the right size, because you know exactly what you're going to be getting. All right. So I'm just adding some ink here, and then I'm going to push these on to my sticker sheet, and you're good to go. So now it's just a matter of taking your punches and lining it up and punching it out. Depending on how big your punch is, you may have to trim off a little bit, so that way you get your circle or whatever stamp you're using or punch you're using right in the middle. And just make sure it's okay. And then as you can see, it just punches through perfectly, and now I have a label that I can add to my journals. And then this one, I'm going to go ahead and use a square punch. And then on this one here, I'll just cut it out with my scissors, because I don't actually have a punch this size. But I'm going to go ahead and just kind of cut this out. And then I'll be able to use it in my journal as well. And, you know, again, you don't necessarily have to cut these out as you do them, but if you are sitting down to create sticker pieces or ephemera pieces, you know, it's always nice to have them completed and ready to go. Now, once you have them stamped out, of course, then you can pull in some of your inks to age up your labels a little bit. You know, this one looks a little bit too white for me, so I'm going to go ahead and just add some antique linen to it to age it up a bit. I'll do the same for this one. And then this one as well. And then if you want to, you know, add some more, then you can easily just take some of your browns. Typically I would use my Oxides, but this is here, so we'll just use this. And then just add some brown to the edging. And as you can see, it creates a nice vintage looking label that you can add to any of your projects. All right, so we've created stickers. Now we're going to go ahead and create some ephemera pieces. Now, like I said, when you're creating your ephemera pieces, there's a couple ways that you can go, of course. You can stamp right onto thicker cardboard, and then you can turn these into stickers. Or you can stamp onto some cardstock that already has a little bit of a background. So let's go ahead and do both. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out this piece here. And this is the Correspondence paper stack. It's one of my favorites. It came out a while ago, but you can still find it in some of the stores and also on Amazon. And it really makes a really nice travel journal. So I'm going to go ahead and create a couple pieces using both of these. So let's see, what do we have here? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and create some, let's see here. Actually, I think I'll do some stickers on these. So I'm going to just do another item from the field label, and this time I'm going to actually do the field label because this is my favorite stamp in the set. All right. So this you can just, again, just add it to your cardstock. And I'm going to do this in brown. Creates a great stamp. It's pretty cool. So if you don't have this set and you do like to create labels and ephemera pieces, this is just a really nice set. And it's one of his newer ones, of course. So once you get it, you know, stamped, then of course you're going to just cut it right out. And his pieces have really great angles, so you're able to cut it out easily. I mean, of course you can go in with a paper cutter, but I find with these smaller pieces it's more trouble than it's worth. So I just cut it right down, and then I could just add this to one of my ephemera stacks and it'll be ready to go. And then the same thing for, you know, a sticker. If you wanted to actually turn your pieces into stickers, then it's just a matter of getting your double-sided tape. And I have a really big roll that I use for my stickers because I create quite a few stickers, and it's real easy. It's just a matter of just taking your cardboard or your paper, whatever you're going to use, and I just stick it right down. And it doesn't even have to be perfect because remember, you're going to be cutting these out. So just enough to get my adhesive on the back side of my cardboard. And then I can go ahead and stamp and create my image. And it's going to be exactly the same thing. You're just going to take your stamp set or your stamping platform and then hold it down with your magnets, and then we're going to find our stamp. And this is just, like I said, an old cereal box that rather than recycle it, I just kind of cut it up and I'm going to use it for my pieces of chipboard, you know. So these could be stickers. If you added, you know, something, if you didn't want it to be a sticker, you just wanted it to be a piece of ephemera, you could easily add different type of backing. I actually just added my double-sided because I'm going to use this as a sticker, and then just cut it down. And then of course once you get it cut out, then you can age it up using your distress inks, your oxides, whatever you want to make it look old or grungy, however you want it. So sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of sitting down and getting ready to craft, you know, creating items that you know you're going to want to use for some of your projects. And you know, when you're creating a project and you know you want to use items like these and you don't have them pre-made, then you're having to stop, pull out different stamp sets. Whereas if you get some of these pre-made, you know, put them in a little baggie for your ephemera pieces, and you can just go to your bag or your stash and pull them out, and then you're good to go. And then these can easily fit inside of your books. Now, I said I was going to share something with you in the end. So you guys saw that I'm creating this, and this is going to house some of these pieces that I'm creating, you know, some of the stickers or some of the stamps. I might just take this and lay it down. I might actually put it in a little pocket. I haven't decided yet how I'm going to actually use it. But this journal has a lot of the same pockets that I've shared with you in some of my other journals. This was from I think a Christmas journal that I created, a real small one. And then these little pockets here are from another journal that I created. So I've shown you how to create some of these pages. But I also, when I saw Tim's set, I really wanted to create a field note journal. And that's where these little babies kind of came into play. And these are my prototypes. I haven't quite finished them yet. But my next video, I'm almost done with the kit, and it's going to be really fun. It's going to have lots of different types of papers that you can add into this little field note journal. And it'll fit perfectly inside this little journal here. And then all this is just copy paper. So you're going to have all sorts of fun pieces that you can work with for your journal. And this is what I'm working on right now. It's just a kit that I'm working on that has some great pieces, so that way we can use some of these fun little stamp sets. And I'm doing it because I want to be able to have a field note journal where I can add some of these fun labels. So, you know, once you get them cut out, you can age your paper. There's so much you can do. And that's what my surprise is going to be. I'm going to go ahead and give away a couple of these field note journals once they're complete. And I'm going to be doing that on this video. And then I'm going to announce the winner of the 2 people that have won the kit when I actually demo and introduce my kit. It's not quite done yet. It's almost done, but right now I'm testing it because I like to test all my kits before I actually put them on my website. But it's going to be a cute little journal that looks like leather. And then you can add these little pieces in here. And it'll be just something fun to work with. So that's what I'm going to be giving away. So at the end of this video, in the comments, you're going to want to make sure that you leave a comment. Let me know if you've got the, let's see, what is it called? The new set by Tim Holtz. And this new set, of course, is called Field Notes. Okay, so let me know if you've got the new set yet. And if you don't, if you plan on getting it, it's a great one, you guys. I'm not going to kid you. I really like it. And then that will enter you into the drawing for my Field Notes kit that I'm going to be giving away. And like I said, I'll announce it on the video that I actually put together this little field note project. So leave a comment. Let me know if you have the new set yet. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because that's going to be the 2 requirements to be entered into my giveaway. All right, everybody, I hope that you've enjoyed my quick little tutorial on how to create ephemera pieces, stickers, and just stamping with the new Tim Holtz stamp set called Field Notes. It's a really great stamp set, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. All right, we'll talk to you later.